I represent the 10th Congressional District of New Jersey. It is the home of Newark Liberty International Airport, the New Jersey Transit Authority, the Port of Newark and Elizabeth Marine Terminal, and a dense area of industrial facilities that the New York Times has coined the most dangerous 2 miles in America. Over 100 potential terrorist targets are interspread between homes and commuter corridors along that stretch. Those targets, coupled with the proximity to New York City, make the Newark, Jersey City metropolitan area regularly ranked among the most high-risk urban areas in the country. Although it is somewhat a dubious distinction, it has brought with it critical federal funding. From the Urban Area Security Initiative to port and transit security grants, federal funding has helped northern New Jersey improve preparedness planning, achieve interoperable communication capabilities, and harden infrastructure targets. Most importantly, federal funding has supported important multi-jurisdictional exercises that challenge existing response capabilities so we can make them stronger. These human capital investments, planning, training, and exercises cannot be one-off investments. Rather, they must be repeated over time, both to train new responders and to help seasoned responders know how to take on emerging threats. Like many of my colleagues on this panel, I am very troubled by the administration's proposal to slash important Homeland Security grants in fiscal 2017. In the 3.5 years I have served as the subcommittee's ranking member, I have seen the domestic threat environment evolve, and our first responders are on the front lines. I understand that the administration's proposed to slash federal Homeland Security grant funds to comply with the budget caps, and I take issue with that. We cannot afford to balance the budget on the backs of our first responders. Instead, federal first responders funding should be robust and predictable so that the state and local governments can effectively plan for their future investments. I am sure that the testimony we hear today will help us build the case to appropriators that strong Homeland Security grant funding should continue. Together, we can fight these cuts and win. Additionally, I'd be interested in learning the witnesses' thoughts on the new grants to counter violent extremism, or CVE, and the proposed regional competitive grant program. The department has failed to provide Congress with much detail on either program, and I'd be interested to learn if DHS has conducted any outreach to the stakeholders and community about them. Particularly with the respect to CVE grants, I'm interested in hearing the witnesses' thoughts on what can be done to guard against certain populations being targeting them or profile. In the past, mosques in my congressional district were subject of surveillance by out-of-state law enforcement agencies. Although the NYPD program was subsequently disbanded, it showed us firsthand the dangers of profiling, and I want to be sure that precautions to avoid such outcomes are taken as we make the new money available for CVE. I want to thank the witnesses for being here today, particularly Sergeant Kearse from Jersey City, New Jersey, and I look forward to their testimony. With that, Mr. Chairman, I'll yield back the balance of my time.